FlossTube. I'm Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom, and this is FlossTube number 8. It is, let me grab my notes here, Friday, December 21st, 2018. Can you believe that Christmas is almost here? We're like 4 days away. Are you ready? I'm not quite ready. We've got wrapping to do. That's like my least favorite thing. I love wrapping paper and all that stuff. I just hate like the art of physically wrapping something. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I mess things up. First off, I just wanted to say how grateful I am for this holiday season and for this community. This community has been amazing. The people I've met via Instagram, the people I've met on FlossTube, the people that I've met via Facebook, just, you know, whether we've just chatted or met in real life, I just want you to know that you've had an impact on my life and for good, and I hope that I've had an impact on your life for good. I just wanted to say a couple of thank yous for some shout outs I've received. Snug Harbor Crafts in their last FlossTube video, and I'll link that below, mentioned that they had seen my mom on Carrie on TV when they were watching the news, what she was doing. She was being interviewed for the American Legion Auxiliary gift shop that we do at the Veterans Hospital, the George Wayland Veterans Hospital up in Salt Lake, that every year we do a gift shop, and Sunday we do the setup and all the items are donated. It's all volunteer hours, and it's amazing. And just there's tables and tables and tables of items that the veteran can pick out for an item for themselves, and then an item for their significant other, and an item for grandchildren under the age of grandchildren, great-grandchildren under the age of 18. And then if they live locally, they pick an item and we can wrap it and send it to the family, or they can take it with them. And if they live out of state or out of the country, they can choose a gift card, and we send the gift card per person in that family, which is a really cool thing because you can give it to the parent and they can go pick that out, a Christmas item out for, you know, this is from grandma or grandpa or aunt and uncle, or not aunt or uncle, but grandma or grandpa or mom or dad, and they'll have a little something for their Christmas, and it's for the veterans that are in need. They usually the veteran service centers are the ones that identify the men and women that are eligible for that service. I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. I've been a member of the American Legion Auxiliary from the minute I was born. My grandma and grandpa William were very involved, and my grandpa served in World War II, my grandpa William, and they actually lived over in France for a time, and it was really interesting with what they experienced and things like that. And then my grandpa Fisher served in Korea and in World War II as well. My father served in Vietnam in the Navy, and my uncle also served in Vietnam in the Navy. My dad was over in the Philippines area, and my uncle was actually in Germany, both on ships, 2 different areas. It was really interesting. And I have lots of family members and friends, really good friends, who have served in the military or are serving in the military, and so this time of year is really hard for them who have family that aren't with them right now, or they aren't with their family. They're over in Afghanistan or Iraq or even Korea, just stationed different places, doing what they need to do, doing their service for their country. And I'm very grateful for their selfless service and for their family service, because the family serves too. But I digress. It's a very special place in my heart, is serving veterans and their families. We've got but like I said, we do that for the hospital, and then we have 3 veterans homes in Utah, one in Ogden, one in Payson, and one in southern Utah, in Ivins. And we have a different type of gift shop for them, and where we give them kind of a list of these are the items we have, and we go and we pick them up and we wrap them for them. And again, it's on, if they want to do it, they don't have to do it. So I'm just really grateful for that. But my mom has done gift shop for as long as I can remember. We've always gone set up. When I was able to and didn't have kids, I was able to go and help wrap for the veterans, and that was lots of fun to just talk to them and thank them for their service, and see the joy in their eyes and their happiness and their gratefulness for getting these items. And so I'll link that story below as well. It was really fun to do that, but it's really cool to see my mom doing what she loves, and it's awesome. So thank you to Deb and Kev for shouting out my mom, and shouting out me and Izzy as well. And we'd love your help. I'll let you know when we're doing it next time. So and then just thank you to Angie, the hibernation stitcher. I'll link her below as well. She's amazing. I've been catching up on her floss tubes and just kind of going through, and they're awesome. I love her so much. And she's in Missouri, and she's kind of in the area. I think she's on the opposite side of Branson from where I have 2 great aunts that live there. So grew up going to Branson, Springfield area a lot. So that was lots of fun. So thank you to you guys, and thank you to all new subscribers. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. Thank you for the comments. I try to respond as quick as possible, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So I hope that I can at least acknowledge your comment. So if I haven't, I'm sorry. I will get to that. So really quick for a life update, like I said, we were talking about how we participated in gift shop the first part of December, and then we've just been getting ready for this end, the Christmas and everything that goes with that. On the 14th of December, we had Alice's dance recital, and she was an adorable little Star-Lord with all of her little Star-Lord members of her dance line, and so I'll insert a video of that. It was so cute. It was adorable. And then that Friday, as we were waiting, Alice and I went a little bit early to set up for the recital, and as we're just waiting, and she was in the second cast, and so she was just kind of hanging out in the back, I get this phone call. It's from my husband, and he was like, or it was my oldest son, Todd, and he's like, we're in a car wreck. We got in a car wreck. We got rear-ended. And it was about a half hour before, 45 minutes before the second was supposed to start. And I'm like, are you okay? Are you, is everybody okay? And they're like, yeah, we're okay. We just have to fill out paperwork and all that stuff. And they were sore, and the gentleman that hit them was a poor little Air Force guy, and he's like, I'm so sorry, but so my husband was here in his car, and the Air Force guy was in this car, and there was another car that didn't stop, and so forced the Air Force guy into my husband, the car that my husband and 3 older kids were in. So, car's fine, popped the bumper. I mean, it was just like, really? And he thought they were going to be late, but they didn't. They got there right, with plenty of time to spare, which was awesome. But it was kind of like, but I was just so grateful that nobody was hurt, in any of the cars. Nobody was hurt. They were a little sore, but other than that, we're fine. The car's fine. So, and then Saturday the 15th, Alice, Izzy, and my mom, we went to the Nutcracker in Ogden, which is like 14 minutes away. The Imagine Ballet Theater did Nutcracker, and it was amazing. We were able to go to the Egyptian Theater, which is a nice, smaller theater that I was actually, when I was in high school, we danced on that stage for a Northern Utah Dance Festival, so that was lots of fun. But it was amazing. It was Alice's second time going to the Nutcracker. The first time we went last year, and we went to Salt Lake, and it was lots of fun. But this one, it was really fun because she just was glued to the edge of her seat, and she told me she wanted to be the Sugar Plum Fairy when she got older. And so it was like, okay, I'm glad you like that. And it was just really fun. And then Sunday, we had family pictures taken by my amazing friend Ashley, and I'll link her Instagram below. If you're local in Utah, she's amazing, and I'll add some of our pictures at the end that she's taken, and love them so much. And she's just such a kind person, and her family is very special to our family. And if it wasn't for dance, we wouldn't have met them. So we've got some amazing friends in my dance tribe, my dance mom tribe. So. And then Monday, we were able to go down to Pleasant Grove, which is about an hour-ish drive south of us, and there's a park called Evermore, and it's kind of like a video game. Like if you've ever played Zelda or any kind of role-playing game like RPG, you go in, or real-life Dungeons and Dragons. There you go. You go in and you get kind of a little list of people to talk to, or people to, find things out. And it's an old Victorian type of village. It's still under construction, but there's some amazing buildings, and I will insert some pictures at the end as well. So much fun. And they have dwarves. There's a very little Lord of the Rings, like Hobbiton looking place that's really fun. But these actors are in character, and they are amazing. Like the dwarves were amazing. There was a little imp that came and just talked to us, and she was just adorable. And then the ice princess, Nyso, I think was her name, and she was just super sweet to Alice and very, very friendly. They stayed in character. It was fun. It was just like being in a video game. My oldest daughter Izzy, she was like, I don't want to leave. This is amazing. And they had a baby dragon you could pet. It was a puppet. It was so cool. And then, and so that was a really fun experience to see that. And they do something like 3 times a year. So they'll do an event in spring, I think. So that will be fun. So let's get to the stitching. I'm sure that's why you're all here. I'm going to start with my most recent finish. This is the Sweet as Pie from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I didn't do the outer border and the bow because I'm just going to do it in a hoop anyway, and I wanted to put my own, I think it was Audrey that actually suggested, Audrey and my mom actually, both, Audrey Stitchy Witch 42 and my mom suggested to put rickrack around it, and Jolyn as well. Put rickrack, put it in the hoop and put rickrack around it. So just finished those today, so much fun. And it's on 28 count cashel linen in Crystal Sand by Picture This Plus, and I bought the kit. So it had all the DMC, it had all the weeks, so that's going in the finishing pile, in the FFO pile. Another one I did was this Barbara Anna, Christmas is Coming. And I left these guys at the end with their orange hats because I thought they were cute. But the buildings, the rooftops I accidentally did in the terracotta instead of the orange that's right. I was supposed to do it in kind of this brown right here, but I started it in the terracotta and then I was like, oops, well, I really don't want to take it out, and it looks good as terracotta, so we're good. And then I also made the Santa more red, and then, like I said, I did my conversion to make the snail a pink racing snail or a great pink sea snail. A pink snail nonetheless, and it turned out fantastic if I do say so myself. And that was done on 28 count opalescent Lugana by Silkweaver, and it's called, in the colorway is Illusion. And so there's my Barbara Anna. And then those are my finishes. And then I have a couple of finishes slash FFOs. So my one of my finishes that's the FFO as well is my Night Watch Brothers, and sorry about the glare, but I had wrapped it and everything and realized, oh, I hadn't shown it on FlossTube. But there we go, Night Watch Brothers. And I'll link that pattern below as well. Sorry, you can see my blinking light. That's fun. And I framed it myself. Lots of fun. And then I also did, let me get there, hold please. I joined a cross stitch and ATC group, and my partner was in New Zealand, so I stitched that card for her, and then also included some Tudor silk and some etoile, and then the card I had made a couple years ago. So, and it went to New Zealand, so that was lots of fun. Never sent anything to New Zealand before, so that was exciting. Let's see here, and for some fun, oh, and that was, like I said, the Night Watch Brothers was also an FFO because it's framed. And then the other thing, so Sarah, Izzy, if you're watching, don't watch. You need to wait till Christmas, after Christmas, to watch. So I finished the Shoot for the Moon that was done by Emma Congdon in one of the Cross Stitch Crazy magazines. And I have a scrap, and it's a pillow. And then I have a scrap of the corduroy I put on the back. And it was, and that's actually pretty true to color. So it was really cool to get that. I just found it, fat quarter, randomly at Joann's in the impulse buy section, and it's like, ooh, that would look really good, and it did. I was super pleased with myself. And then final FFO is this gorgeousness, and I posted her as well, and she's gonna hang, I'm gonna get this changed up here, but she's gonna hang probably right there. So excited, so everybody can see her. But this is my Anna, oh, you can see my messy craft room, I'm so sorry, by Nora Corbett, Bewitched Pixies. And I actually got the framing and everything. I was going to do it in an oval frame and couldn't find one I liked, and couldn't, you know, but so went to Joann's, of all places. My Joann's in Riverdale. I've had them frame things before, but I love this frame, and it matches so well with her. And I had 70% off for framing, so I couldn't beat that. And they, you know, I told them it was really no rush because it's just coming to me. So, all right, so for some fun acquisitions, I got this from Julie. It says Sarah Eek, she's finally here, from Julie, and it is Mary Clayton, Hands Across the Sea. I own a Hands Across the Sea sampler. I'm so excited. And so we're going to do a stitch along for her, Mary Clayton Tell. There's actually a Facebook group. I'll link that below. It is a closed group, so you'll have to answer a couple questions to join. But I think I'm going to do it on this that I got in a stitchy box. It's some Old Mill Java by R&R. And then I'll probably stitch from stash. We'll get there. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to do that because, you know, we're getting to that time of year. Another thing I got is I got this on Michelle Bendy's D-Stash. Super cute. Little shaker pincushion. They're rabbits, so that's a fun thing to have in my my smalls list. I got the Armada Designs Tiny Christmas Sal 2. It's just a cute little Merry Christmas. I don't have it because I don't have a picture of it because, oh, I guess I might. Hang on. Instagram. Hold, please. So that's not mine, that's Christy's from Armada Designs. But that's what it's looking like right now. I'm going to actually put it on. I thought I had, here I'm going to put it on, I'm going to use the beads. And these are Toho Silver Lined Ruby that I got out of Stitchy Box. And then I thought I had some Petty Point with the little, cute little polka dots on it, but I don't. So I might do it on this one that I got from a Stitchy Box. It's an R&R Vintage Homespun. Or this cute little check. I'm really leaning towards this cute check. It's this White Gart Buffalo check Lugana. And then, so those are my purchases. Stitchy Kindness. I got, okay, Kyle Reckmeyer, Stitching and Sound. I'll link him below. He is hilarious. Love him to death. He likes the Mirabilias. He's gone sampler as well. His Hannah Sanderson sampler is amazing. Check him out. He's awesome. I love him. He had posted in Stitch Mania, you know, what's your unicorn? And I'm like, I really, you know, was reading through it and I'm like, I really don't have a unicorn. I like a lot of different stuff. I've got pretty much everything. Somebody posted this. Alice by RETM. And I was like, oh, I need that in my life. Because Alice in Wonderland. And I was looking and yeah, nowhere to be found. So an amazing friend of mine messaged you. I was like, and she's like, dude, you can borrow mine. And I'm like, I can? She's like, yeah. I was like, you have it? She's like, yeah. So to my amazing friend, I love you. You know who you are. But yes, so she so generously is letting me borrow beautiful Miss Alice and Alice Quaker. And I've gone Quaker, guys. I really, really like these Quaker designs. They're so fun. And I'm so excited to do this one. Got it kitted up. I'm going to be using 32 count vintage Stormy Night Lugana by Picture This Plus. Let me take it out of the bag. So I think that'll be really pretty on that. And then just, it's all DMC, so that's really fun. I've got some of it bobbinated, had to go get the rest, so it's not bobbinated quite yet. In my Flamingo Multi-Crafty Hermit bag, because Alice in Wonderland, Flamingos, yes. So, very grateful for good friends, amazing people. And I'm going to be using my Floss Buddy that I showed in my last one. This is my TARDIS Floss Buddy. So they just fit in here. And then, oh, I forgot, I got this, I purchased, go back to a purchase, haha. I got Christmas Land as part of Kitten Stitcher, Teresa Burnett. I'll link her below, but it's her cash for stash for cats and dogs fundraiser that she's doing for an enrichment center at the her local animal shelter, so down in Mississippi. I'm like, where is she at? And so I'm excited to get that started. I still need fabric for that. So it may not get started till next year. That's okay. It's all good. I thought I had my stuff all done, and then I was lucky enough to get a Jennifer Upton bead fob. Look at that. So pretty. These antique buttons are just so cool. And then, like, doesn't do it justice, but that one is so cool. Just the facets, and it's got a tint of patina, and so this is my new favorite scissors fob. And it's super light too. So Jennifer Upton, I think she has an Etsy shop, so I'll link that below. But she's got some amazing things. Go buy them all. And then this is an old purchase, or I think it was a win. I won it. But my good friend Kim at Kim Joy Art on Instagram, I'll link her below. She is a very amazing artist, and she does like, this is a crossover. There's Lady and the Tramp, with, as shown with the breadsticks and the candle and the bucket, and then Hey Hey from Moana, and Becky from Finding Dory, and they're having a sweet little dinner of rocks because they're birds and they both like rocks, if you watched either of those shows. So makes me giggle, makes me laugh. And Christy at Amarta Designs also has it's about that so big little pattern. It says "In Becky We Trust," and I have to get it. I just haven't yet. I just keep forgetting about it, but it's adorable. I love it. I think that is it. I will be back hopefully next week sometime with my plans for 2019. I'm still trying to get them kind of finalized. I will be doing, I'm hoping to do Stitch from Stash. So I have a lot of things that I need to use, especially with stitchy boxes and things like that. And I am still going to be getting those, so because I put deposits on them, they don't count towards Stitch from Stash, which is nice. And then I'm in Trisha's 3L thread nest egg, and then I'm also in Julie Gulf Coast Stitches in her Floss Club of the Month club. And I think I showed mine last time, but if not, this is a picture of what they look like from that's a picture of what they are. I got I should pause it and go get it. But yeah, they were amazing this month and just really, really good. So maybe I'll tag that picture at the end. So, oh, and I'm running out of battery, so we will see you next week. Have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy holidays. Happy Boxing Day to my Canadian and UK and British colony, New Zealand and Australia friends and family. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and blessed week to come. Love you. Bye.